theorem, and whenever they're talking about the circle theorem, and whenever they talk about the circle theorem, there are certain rules that you have to follow. The first rule is that when you have a circle, okay, when you have a circle, what is going to happen is this circle will obviously have, if I mark 2 points A and B here, okay, and when I consider this part of the circle, only this part when I'm considering, this would be called as an arc. Even this part is called as an arc only also, okay. This is a bigger arc, and these can be called as arcs AB, and this is arc AB. This is also arc AB because it is between the 2 points in here, okay. Now after that, there are certain theorems with respect to the arc and the circle. What are they? When the arc is making, when the arc is making an angle on the circumference, this arc is making an angle, suppose here, okay, it is making an angle on the circumference, and the same arc is making another angle on the circumference, then these two angles, no matter what, they will be equal. So this particular thing is called as angles subtended by the arcs, there's only one arc, on the circumference will be equal. So if I have another circle and there's this arc, suppose this is the arc, and this arc is subtending one angle here, and the same arc is subtending another angle here, then these two angles will be same, as what we understand here. Another circle I have, this is the arc that is there. Now this arc, look here, this is the arc that is there, and this arc is making one angle here like this, okay. This is one line and this is the other line. So this angle and this arc is making one angle here. They both will be same, okay. They both would be same. That is one thing. Another circle theorem that I have is, if I have a circle and this arc AB is making an angle, this arc AB is making one angle at the center, okay, center O, and the same arc is making an angle on the circumference, where it is making an angle on the circumference, then this angle will be half of this angle, okay. If this is 30 degrees, then this is going to be 15 degrees. If this is given as 90 degrees, this will be 45 degrees. If this is given as 100 degrees, then this is going to be 50 degrees, okay. Likewise, if I have a circle here, one angle is here and the other angle is like this. So here, this is the center, okay. Then this angle, if this angle is given to me as maybe 42 degrees is given to me, then because this is one arc making an angle at the center and the circumference, then whatever is here, the double will be here, so it becomes 84 degrees here, okay. So the statement reads as angle subtended by the arc on the circumference the angle subtended by the arc, if I mark it, angle subtended by the arc on the circumference is half, the angle subtended by the arc is half of the angle subtended by the same arc on the center. The same arc is making an angle on the circumference, and the same, and then we get the angle, maybe the angle is here 60 degrees is there here, then the same arc is subtending another angle at the center, then this angle would be how much? It would be 120 degrees. That is what is said. Angle subtended by the arc on the circumference is half of the angle subtended by the center, by the arc on the center, is what we understand. Then after that, if most of the times what you're going to see is, you will get figures like this. This is one arc, this is one arc, and wantedly what they would do is, they would join even these points, and they'll ask you to mark the angles, find the angles and all of that. When you look at this particular shape that we have here, this is a quadrilateral, first and foremost thing, okay. Then after the quadrilateral, there is a rule for the quadrilateral. and since it is on the circle, this circle is called as the cyclic quadrilateral. What it is called as? Cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, now when we have the cyclic quadrilateral, there is a rule of it. Now let's see what is the rule of the cyclic quadrilateral in here. So in the cyclic quadrilateral, we have two angles. First of all, let's understand. So in this, if we see here, I am going to have two angles here. What will be the two angles? The first would be this angle and this angle. These are called as adjacent angles. What will be they called as? They are called as adjacent angles. Adjacent angles they would be called as. Then I have this angle and this angle. Okay, they are opposite to each other, so the black ones would be called as opposite angles. What would be they called as? Opposite angles. And the rule is the opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral, if I add this angle and if I add this angle, they will sum up to 180 degrees. How much would they sum up to? They would sum up to 180 degrees is what we get here. If they give me this angle as maybe 60 degrees, then what would this angle be? 180. It would be 180 minus 60, which would turn out to be 120 degrees is what we will have here. Okay, okay, it would be called as this. Okay, now Inara Kabir, wait. So the rule for the cyclic quadrilateral is what it is? In a cyclic quadrilateral, if they're asking about the angles, then the opposite angles will sum up to 180 degrees is what we have here. Okay, these are the basic circle theorems we have. And in circle theorem questions, they'll ask you to give the reason, and you would not write the reason. You would just write this part that we have seen. The theorem, the names of the theorems that you is what you will write it here. Okay. Okay, now here find the size of the angle DAC is what they're asking me to find. So here is the diagram that is given to me, and they have given me two units. One of this is given to me. I don't know what they have given over here. Is it what? I don't know. DAC is what they want me to write, and they have already given to me here that this is 55 degrees. This is given to me. Okay, and so what I would see is this is the arc that I have. This one arc I have, and this arc subtends an angle on the circumference, and the same arc is subtending another angle on the circumference, and this is given to me as 55 degrees. Then with the theorem, this automatically becomes 55 degrees. So we would write it is equal to, would write angle DAC is equal to angle DBC, which is equal to 55 degrees. Okay, angle DAC, where did the figure go? Yeah, the figure is here. DAC is equal to DBC angle, that is equal to 55 degrees. Give the answer. Angle subtended by the arcs, angle subtended by the arc on the circumference will be equal. This would come here. Then we have another one which says calculate the size of the angle DCB. We have angle DCB here, which is DC and B. Okay, so this means the major angle is what I have to suppose, that is what I'm supposed to find. Which is the major angle? This angle I have to find. Okay, to find this particular angle, I see that I cannot find this angle. Triangle, if I make it, I have this, I have to find this, I don't have this, so I cannot use the idea of triangle here. Then I will go with the idea of a quadrilateral. What is the thing that I have? I have a quadrilateral here. Kabir, come out. Okay, so when I have the quadrilateral, I just told you that the opposite angles in the quadrilateral are going to make 180 degrees is what I've told you already. So here this angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, but angle A is 40 plus 55, the complete angle, plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So we're going to write it here. So angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, and then angle A is how much? Angle A is 40 plus 55 is plus angle C is equal to 180. This becomes 95 when it goes to the other side. Angle C is equal to 180 minus 95, that is equal to 180 minus 95, I don't know how much it is. I know how much it is, but now I'm not able to do it, which is 85 degrees is what I get here. Finished. Then it is asking BD is a diameter. Is BD a diameter of the circle? Do you think BD is the diameter of the circle? We never know if BD is the diameter of the circle, right? So how would we say that? We have this particular theory. It is first of all joining the other two sides of the circle. Okay, it is joining the other two sides of the circle. So you can say yes, it is the diameter of the circle. Okay, or if it is not, you can just write no, it is not the diameter of the circle. What
is the spelling of Ferraris?
Ferrari spelling? F-A-E. Now, second question here. Rari. F-E, Rari. Double R will come. Ferrari. Now going to the next triangle circle, it is given to me already that ABCD are points on the circle with center O. ABC is equal to 58 degrees. Okay, ABC is equal to 58 degrees is AC. This is 58 degrees, and these are all the points on the circle. Now here they are asking you to find this angle. So if you have to assume that this is the arc, right? And when I have this arc, it is making an angle of 50 degrees, and the same arc is making an angle at the center. So if this is 58 here, this would be double of it, isn't it? So you would write, how would you write it? You'd write angle ABC is equal to 58 degrees, that is given to me. Angle AOC is equal to 58 times 2, that becomes, or 58 plus 58 you do and write, that becomes 116 degrees. Y is the answer. This would be the answer. Angle subtended by an arc on the circumference. Angle subtended by an arc on the circumference is half of the angle that is subtended. So this means it is half. So if here it is half, here it will be double, is what we have to know. That is why to find this angle I did 58 plus 58. But writing, well, we'll write half of the that we'll write that this is half of this, we will write in the sentence. Then they are asking calculate the angle ADC. Okay, the figure has become too dirty, so we'll erase everything and do it again. ADC. Now you know this angle, and this looks like a cyclic quadrilateral. They would ask you what is the reason for this. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral is what you have, and in the cyclic quadrilateral opposite angles sum to 180 degrees is what we know already. So if this is 58 here, then this would be 180 minus 58 it would be. So angle ADC is equal to 180 minus 58 you do, and you get your answer. Is equal to 122 degrees. Okay, yes, look, the question is asked, give your answer, because it is a cyclic quadrilateral, and in the cyclic quadrilateral all the opposite angles will be sum up to 180 degree. Okay, the next one, ABC are the points on the center of the circle, and center of the circle is there, A, BCD, and always see how they have marked the angles in the cyclic fashion. They don't write A here, B here, C here, and D here. Never. It will become all wrong. You either have to go in the cyclic fashion or in the non-cyclic fashion, or but maintain an order. If you're writing A here, either here U, B, and C should be there, A, B, C, D. Or if you're writing A here, it should be A, B, C, D. They should be in a fashion, not like A, there's a circle A, B, D, C. No, this becomes completely wrong. Okay, so the style has to be, the pattern has to be followed, not the style, but the pattern has to be followed. They are asking AOB angle. So first AOB, I see there's this arc. First arc I will see, I will find the arc, center, same arc is making on the circumference, 57 here, here it will be 57 plus 57. So write AOB is equal to, directly you can write 57 plus 57, that is equal to 114 degrees. You write. Reason you want to write, the angle subtended by the arc on the circumference is half the angle subtended by the same arc on the center. Finished. Then they are asking find the size of angle BAD. Let me see what is BAD first of all. It's so dirty, I'll erase it and do it. In the exam also, erase it and see. BAD, this is what they want me to find. Okay, they have given me 106 here. So this looks like a cyclic quadrilateral. They both sum up to 180 degrees. Again, if they ask the reason, write cyclic quadrilateral. In a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles sum up to 180 degrees is what we see. Okay, then how do you find it? 180 minus the angle DCB, that is equal to 180 minus 106 is what I have here. So that becomes 74 degrees is what you get. Okay, 74 degrees is what you get. Next question is, let me see the next question. Yes, they gave the diagram but on the next page, but sometimes if they don't give the diagram, then what did I tell you? I would want you to mark the angles properly onto this one. Okay, so we have ABCD, A, B, C, D. This is A, B, C, and D. And then they are saying that ADC, this part, the angle is 119. Okay, calculate ABC, this angle they want to write. So it is a cyclic quadrilateral. First of all, cyclic quadrilateral may the opposite angles sum up to 180 degree. So 180 minus 119, when I do it, it becomes 100 minus 80. 80 minus 20 would be 61 degrees is the answer that we have here. Okay, so 61 degrees is angle ABC. Fine. Then after that we have other question, cyclic quadrilateral, all of that you would write. Okay, now this is like the figure. If they don't give the figure, that is how you draw it. But if they have given you the now, when you pay attention to this particular question, what is going to happen is they're asking me to write the angle BAC. But this figure is not the figure that is actually given in the examination. What is the figure that they have given to us in the examination? What is much like this. Sorry, my circle didn't turn out to be really good. Okay, this is there, and there is this line AB. AB is here. AB is passing through the center O. The dot in the center represents O, and then we have a C line here. This is the C, this is the D, and this is the A. Okay, so this is the figure they have given. They have given you an angle 119 degrees, and how do you get that? Okay, and now they are asking you work out the angle BAC. So how do you do BA and C? It is what is going here. So if you look at it, it looks like a triangle. It looks like a triangle is what you see. So there is a rule, there is a circle theorem. What is it? The circle theorem is angle subtended by diameter. The diameter is making an angle on circumference is equal to 90 degrees. That means this is the diameter that you have, Okay, this is the diameter and it is making an angle on the circumference. Then this angle will be 90 degrees is what they're saying. This angle measure will be 90 degrees. So angle BAC. Now I have to find the BAC. So how would I find the BAC? We just calculated this particular angle from the previous one, which was equal to 61 degrees is what we have done, isn't it? Because this and this added together, it became 61. Now this looks more like a right angled triangle for me, isn't it? This looks more like a right angled triangle to me. And in a triangle, the sum of angles is 180 degrees. So 180 minus 90 minus 61, if I do, I would get this angle, which is BAC angle. Okay, so that turns out to be how much? 90 minus that is going to be 29 degrees is the angle. BAC is equal to 29 degrees is what you get. Now the reason is angle subtended by the diameter on the circumference is equal to 90 degrees is what you get. Okay, now likewise, moving to the next question, they have given that ABCD are so and so or so forth. They have given all the details in here. DAC is what is being asked. DAC, they have given CBD is equal to 38 degrees. Now this is the arc, that is the common arc. This is making 38, so also this will be 38. Do you know how to write the answer? Then angle ACD. A, C and D. This is the angle they are asking me to find. Now how would I find that angle? So if I remove everything, I would see that, I can very well see that, sorry, what's the angle? ACD, yeah? ACD is what I have to find here. Okay, this angle we just calculated, this is 38 degrees, and they have given that a small angle that we have here, that angle is going to make 90 degrees in here. Okay, that angle is making 90 degrees in here, or probably they haven't even joined this. It is given, yes, it is given over here. So this is making 90 degrees. So how would you find this angle? This angle, it looks like a right angled triangle. 38 minus 90 would give me this angle from 180. So 180 minus 38 minus 90 is going to give me here, how much is that going to give me? It's going to give me 90 minus of 38 is equal to 52 degrees. Now you would say, ma'am, this is the angle, okay? This angle turns out to be 52 degrees, fine. But there's one catch again. And what is the catch here? Now look, this looks like the line diameter, okay, because it has the center, okay, it has the center point and it has been marked O. Now this diameter is making an angle on the circumference. So that is how I know that this angle is 90 degrees. People would ask, how would you know that it is 90 degrees? If it is not given, then see that it is the diameter. From the diameter, it is making the angle on the circumference. So this angle is going to be 90 degrees is what we see here. Then again, right angle triangle, 180 minus 38 minus 90 would give me this angle, which is equal to 52 degrees is what we have seen. Okay, the next questions is what we have is here, polygons. Okay, when we talk about the word polygons is like you have two formulas in here. What is the formulas that you have? When you have an interior angle and an exterior angle, the sum of the interior and exterior angle is equal to 180 degrees. That is one. Very good. Okay, the sum of one interior angle and the exterior angle, okay, exterior angle is equal to interior plus exterior is equal to 180 degrees. That's fine, very well understood it. Okay, then after that we have another rule. What is that rule? The rule is that when you are given the number of sides and you have to find the sum of all angles, sum of all interior angles, the formula that you have is n minus 2 times of 180 is the formula that you have. Okay, this is the all interior angles. This is for all interior angles is what you have. But what if they ask one interior angle? Okay, one interior angle if they are asking, then what is the formula? The same formula, n minus 2 times of 180, but it would be divided by the number of sides, that is n. N stands for the number of sides here. Okay, n stands for the number of sides is what we have here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this question in here. How do we do this? Looking at the question, two rules I've taught you, three rules in fact I can say you have taught you. One interior, one exterior is equal to 180 degrees. So this plus this is equal to 180 degrees. Done. Then I told you if I have to find the sum of all interior angles, then what is it equal to? The formula is n minus 2 times of 180. But here, if in this question he's asking me one interior angle, that is only x they want me to find. Okay, when they want me to find x, then the formula becomes n minus 2 times of 180 divided by n. What is the n here? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 minus 2, 5 minus 2 times of 180 over 5 will do, so that we get the value of x. That becomes 3 times of 180 by 5. Okay, did you get a fresh one, Anara? Divided by 5. I'm giving you the direct answer. Each angle is here, this particular one turns out to be 108 degrees. So this angle here is 108 degrees is what I get here. Okay, now moving to the next question, work out the value of y. Okay, work out the value of y. How can I calculate y? First, to calculate y, when nothing is given, I have to find the interior. Okay, and how would I find the interior angle? What is the way I can find the interior angle? Okay, so how would I find the interior angle? N minus 2 times of 180, because I want one angle only, divided by n. That becomes what? It becomes 6 minus 2 times of 180 divided by 6. That goes as 4 times of 180 upon 6. If you have the calculator, do it. If you don't have the calculator, 6 ones are 6 threes are zeros are. That becomes one interior angle will be 120 degrees. Okay, 120 degrees is what you have got here. Then I just said to you that this two angles, the sum is 180 degrees. From the 180, if I subtract my 120 degrees, that will turn out y is equal to 60 degrees is what I will get here. What I would get? I would get y is equal to 60 degrees from here. Okay, so we have more questions in here. Work out each exterior angle of a regular polygon with sides 15. Each exterior angle. Whenever you have to find the exterior angle, then you have to first find the interior angle of it. First find the interior angle. Formula, one interior angle, that too. How many you have to find? One. Formula is n minus 2 times of 180 upon n to find one interior angle. Okay, so that is 15 sided. So 15 minus 2 times of 180 divided by 15. This goes 3 times, yeah. 3 5s are, it will go 3 6s are zeros, and 5 1s are, and 12s are. Then you get 15 minus 2 is 13 times of 12 is what you get. That is equal to 156 degrees is what you get. Now you have got the exterior angle. I told you exterior angle plus interior angle is equal to 180 degrees. So you have to find the exterior angle. 180 minus the interior angle you will do, and the interior angle is 156 we have got. So 180 minus 156, when I do it, I get the answer as exterior angle is 24 degrees is what I get. Okay, next question. If also there will be one, there is one more point. And what is that point? The point is that sum of all interior angles, the formula is n minus 2 times of 180. Okay, sum of all exterior angles in any shape, the answer is 360 degrees. Okay, and each interior angle, if I have to find, then it is n minus 2 times of 180 by n. If I have to find each exterior angle, then it is going to be 360 divided by n. Okay, now moving to the next question here. Come here, Inara, draw the borders, mark, divide the page in half, make the columns. The size of each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 180 degrees. Okay, Each regular polygon is 18 degrees. Work out the number of sides of the polygon has. Okay, work out how many sides the polygon has. So one exterior angle formula is 360 by n. Okay, and they have already given that one exterior angle is 18 degrees. So 18 is equal to 360 by n. So n would be 360 divided by 18. 18 ones are, 2s are, 0s are. So it is a 20-sided figure. How many sides are there? 20 sides will be there in this polygon is what we see. Okay. Next question. Find the sum of the interior angle of the polygon. Now you know 20 sides are there. Then they are asking you to write down the sum of 20 sided figure. So what is the formula that you would do? You would do n minus 2 times of 180 divided by you would do this. So 20 minus 2 times of 180, that goes as 180. 18 times of 180 is what you would get the answer as. That is equal to 3240 is what you would get here. Okay. Okay, now here there would be like this thing that I have to find the x value and then I have to solve further. So what is the rule that I'm going to apply? I will apply that the sum of one exterior and interior angle is equal to 180 degrees. I will apply the rule. Okay, that is what I understood, because the interior angle is also unknown, exterior angle is also unknown. So anyways, I will have to use this rule is what I understand. Now I will go read the question. It shows a regular polygon. Regular polygon means number of sides are there in it. The interior angle and exterior angle are marked. The size of the interior angle is 7 times the size of the exterior angle. Okay, they have given that interior angle is equal to 7 times exterior angle. Okay, in the figure, that means in the examination, this is nowhere given to us. What is not given to us? Let's just mark it. Yeah, this part is completely unknown to us. This is not at all given to me is what I see here. Okay, so when I don't know what this is, they just marked this and this and given to me. So what they have given here, they have given that the interior angle is equal to 7 times the exterior angle. So I'll take interior angle is equal to x. No, interior angle is equal to 7 times the exterior angle. So let the exterior angle be x. Then we'll write exterior angle x and interior angle as 7x. Okay, and then when I look at the figure, as I told you, what are we going to do? 7x plus x is equal to 180 degrees. That becomes 8x is equal to 180 degrees is what I get. Then when I simplify it, 8 4 times it goes, 90 times it goes, 2 times it goes, 45, whatever times it goes. I don't know, I have to solve it in the calculator, I guess. So 7x plus x is equal to 180 degrees. 8x is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 upon 8. Okay, phone. 180 divided by 8 is what I get is x is equal to 22.5 is what I get. Now here they are asking me work out the number of sides. So we know sum of exterior angles is 360. One exterior angle if I have to do 360 by n I will do. One exterior angle I got 22.5 already. 22.5. Then what is the n value? The n value would be 360 divided by, it be 360 divided by 22.5. 22.5, that will give me the number of sides. That is equal to n is equal to 16 is what I get. Finished. Next, a regular polygon has 12 sides. N is equal to 12. Work out the size of each interior angle. So 12 minus 2 times of 180 by 12. Okay, so it becomes 1800 by 12. It becomes 1800 divided by 12. It turns out to be 150 is each interior angle. Okay, the interior angle is 150 degrees. Next,